Nothing in life is linear, and that includes our education and employment journey. Whether you earned your GED as an adult, decided a four-year college wasn't the right path for you, or you're looking to employ a talent pool of competent candidates eager to join the workforce, you've come to the right place. Join me for Education Unplugged, where I can talk to learners, educators, and employers looking to destigmatize the educational road less traveled. We're here to make a positive impact today and for generations to come. It only takes one person to invest and connect with a learner for their belief in themselves to transform the future. From test taker to change maker, we're here sharing the stories of people who have taken a non-traditional path to a better life. Welcome to Education Unplugged. I cannot wait for all of you to meet our next guest, Debbie Rollins. Debbie and the KFC Foundation have been part of the GED organization for over 5 years now. Debbie is absolutely an example of a leader who leads from her heart and wants the best for communities, for all of her employees, and most of all, she understands that education opens doors to a brighter future. Debbie, welcome to Education Unplugged. It's so good to see you again. Let's start by having you do an introduction and talking about yourself and what brought you to KFC.
Sure. So I'm Debbie Rollins. I'm the KFC Program Director for the Kentucky Fried Chicken Foundation. I've been with the company overall Yum Brands, which is KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, for over 21 years. And I joined the foundation over 14 years ago. I absolutely love my job. It's really not a job to me because my passion is helping people, watching them grow, and I could not be happier in the position I'm in. I absolutely got this job. I was in a different role, totally different role. I was in the finance world. And I do a lot of volunteer work outside of my regular job. And a good friend of mine came across this job posting, which the foundation was totally different back then when I joined 14 years ago, and said, "I found your job." And I'm like, "I have my job. I'm good. I'm good at my job. Why are you finding me a job?" And she said, "No, your passion, helping people." So yeah, and it's just been growing ever since. I started out with one program when I joined the foundation 14 years ago, and now we have 9.
Yeah, it's hard to believe looking at you, and this is nothing against anyone out there in finance, because we all need finance people. I can't imagine you in any other role than what you're doing, because you have such a kind heart. And every time anyone talks to you, anyone at GED, any of your employees I've seen you interact with, your leadership team, it comes across very clear that you love to give back and you want to give back to your community. And again, I think you want to give back in a way that doesn't always necessarily serve KFC, but it just serves the human side of people. And that's what I think has drawn me to you and our entire organization to you in the KFC Foundation. Mm-hmm. And so tell us about, why is it so important for you in your role that you're in today to give back to the community and to really invest in education and your employees' health and well-being?
Great question. Thanks, Vicki. It's all about people. It's all about helping people grow and become their best self. That's what KFC is all about. That's what I am all about. And I love that you said I don't fit the finance role or whatnot. That just happens that way. Of course, growing up, everybody always thought I'd be a teacher. So I guess I'm kind of in that role, caring for people. But organizations that I work with outside of work was all about helping individuals. I've worked with youth, kids in college, but it's just, there's no better joy than watching someone succeed and grow and be really proud of themselves for what they've accomplished. And that's what really the foundation and KFC in general are all about.
Yeah, isn't it true? When I've talked about this a little bit in the past, someone said to me, "Vicki, you're part of the 5%. And at first I thought, oh my gosh, what is the 5%? And the 5% is people that love their jobs. Only 5% of the community, statistically speaking, love their job. And you and I have that in common, which is when you get to be part of a mission and get to be part of changing people's lives, not only today, but for generations to come. It's very impactful and it never feels like work. Even on the worst, hardest days, it's never really work.
Yep. No, I 100% agree, because, there are some tough days, because other programs that we have, we listen to people and their issues and problems. So there's that side. But yeah, when I have a bad day, I'm like, come on, girl.
Yeah.
Kick it up and move on. But yeah, I love my job, and I'm kind of close to retirement, supposedly. People are
You
asking me
can
that.
never retire, Debbie. We're not letting you. We're
And I'm
never
like,
letting you.
I'm not ready. I
Yeah.
enjoy what I do too much, and as I shared at your all's convention, I have too much work to do ahead of me, too much more that I want to accomplish, that I'd like to see the foundation do for our team members. So
Yeah.
no,
That's so good. That's so good. And that's a great transition into, I would love for you to talk about, you have been and talked to many GED learners, actually GED earners. So individuals who are KFC employees that KFC and the foundation have taken under their wing. So these are people that either have worked at GE or worked at KFC or have earned their GED while at KFC. Talk about what you see as the GED learner. Describe the GED learner to the audience, everyone listening out there.
I see growth in individuals, kind of on a personal basis as well as a professional within KFC. People who have earned their GED have moved up within the organization, in the restaurant organization, due to earning their GED. We also have a scholarship program within the foundation, and a number of our GED students have moved on to college, which, something that they never thought that they would do. But until someone believed in them, which is, what we do, because we hear so many people, I never thought I'd do this, because they didn't have really family support either. And it just takes someone that they didn't even really know to tell them, you can do this, I got you, and we'll get there together. But in just believing in themselves, you see a whole different transition, really, because as I've always shared, we have several programs, but this program is life-changing for an individual, and not just the individual who earns their GED, but their family. It's a trickle-down effect. So, and that to me is just, sometimes I just don't really have the words, because it's just so rewarding to see that.
It is. And, I think maybe that's the gap sometimes with people really understanding the value behind the GED, because what we know is that the GED learner, the number one reason that someone doesn't go on to earn their GED is fear of failure. Because again, sitting in a class, whether it was K through 12th grade, they didn't necessarily meet that learner. The educational system didn't meet that learner where they were at. Life circumstances came into play, maybe an illness, maybe depression, maybe anxiety, maybe just life challenges got in the way and it was just too difficult to show up to school. And so going back to school is really difficult. We know it's hard. And yet what we know about GED learners is they do the hard work and they won't quit. And we know that once they start, they want to go on to more. And that's what I love about you and everyone at KFC and the KFC Foundation, is that you all understand the value behind education. And you also understand the value behind changing their life today, but the generations to come. We know that if they're moms and dads who earn their high school diploma, the likelihood of their children skyrockets. And so, kind of playing on that, one of the things that I also love about what you all do at KFC and the foundation is you celebrate success. And one of the ways that you do that is celebrating when an employee graduates or earns their GED. Talk a little bit about how you celebrate every one of your graduates.
Yeah, we make a pretty big deal out of it, all the way from the beginning to the end. So there are 4 tests that everyone has to take during their GED. And for the first, second, and third test, all students who pass those tests are sent a $25 gift card and a handwritten note. Congratulate, yes, handwritten, not an email or anything, but a handwritten, which is, signed by the team, which you very rarely ever see. It's this real cool card that they get with the gift card inside, congratulating them, cheering them on, test one, you got 3 more to go, and so on and so forth. And once a restaurant team member graduates, we have what we call a graduation kit, and we actually have a celebration for each individual. And our franchisees are, everybody likes to celebrate within our organization. So we send a kit that has a huge congratulation banner, a huge card for all team members to sign and write a message to the individual, a backpack, confetti and balloons. We send a $25 gift card to their general manager or the franchisee, whoever is put in charge of the celebration, to go out and buy cake or cookies or whatnot. And we ask them to throw a celebration. Some they throw as a surprise. Some have gone as far as inviting their families with a surprise and friends. It's kind of like their graduation, right?
Yeah,
They
that's
miss
right.
chance to walk across the stage, and in the graduation kit is also a graduation cap, and on the tassel is a head of the colonel. So yeah, and we have a big frame, and we ask them to take pictures and whatnot, and then we tell their stories on our social media and Facebook, and then our internal office communication, so everyone knows that a team member has earned their GED. And in addition to that, as I mentioned earlier, our scholarship program, if you earn your GED with us and plan to continue your education, and you apply for one of our scholarships, you are guaranteed a scholarship. All you have to do is complete the application like everyone else, but you're an automatic winner if you have earned your GED with us and you choose to continue your education.
It's incredible. And, that's one of the things that I love about this program is that KFC is really dedicated to education at all levels. And anyone that's out there listening, or anyone that's listening and someone who's looking for work, or that they need to earn their GED, or they want to go on to higher education, KFC invest in their employees. They invest in their employees' health and well-being, and they really want what's best for each and every individual. So go take a look at your local KFC and see what jobs they have open, because clearly the way that they care about their people says a lot about them. So Debbie, on that same vein, so we know that the GED is out there. We know that there's still maybe a stigma to a GED learner versus a high school graduate. Talk why there shouldn't be a stigma, and what you see as once that individual earns their GED credential, they get promoted, they move on, they go on to post-secondary. So talk a little bit more about what you see, what everyone should see or hear about the GED graduates working for KFC.
They're deserving. They're just as hardworking people as those who, graduated on time, because like you said earlier, life happens. And regardless of if someone didn't earn their GED when they were supposed to, doesn't mean that they're not capable of moving forward or getting that promotion, or that they deserve it. It's, they're all the same, but, and to your point, some of them do work a little bit harder. And I think, that's something that's been put in the back of their minds, that, they were a failure at one point. Well, no, they're not. Something just happened, but look at you now. You're persevering and you're moving forward because of the opportunity that's presented before you, which, seeing them grow and, within our restaurant. But we don't expect people to stay with us. It's great when they do, but let's face it, not everybody's made to work in a restaurant. Some do, and that's great, but we are here to develop people and help them get to that next step in their life that they want. And if it's just to continue their education with us and then move on, because we have other opportunities, just not within the restaurant. As you know, we are mostly franchisee based, and we have big companies out there who have their own marketing, PR, finance areas. So you can move from the restaurants up to a corporate level or come to actual corporate. We've had several people that are corporate employees that started in the restaurant.
What you guys do is incredible. And I mean, I think that's what everyone should hear and know is that just because you earn your GED at KFC doesn't mean that you stay at KFC. There's lots of roles within the young brands that are out there. And KFC, you and everyone at the KFC Foundation also want what's best for you and your family. And I think that's the most important takeaway is you're doing what's right for people and communities. On that, we currently, Debbie, we have 130 employees that are paying for their employees to earn their GED. And the hope is to fund their education. We know, again, the number one reason that a GED learner earns their GED is to make their family and friends proud. And the number one reason that holds them back is fear of failure. And it does take one person, one employer, one friend, one family member to really just be in your camp and give you the confidence it takes to move forward. So as you're out there talking to other employers, what would be your advice to employers who are looking to bring in new talent, to invest in individual lives, and who are looking to hire maybe in different ways they have in the past? What would you tell them about GED Works and why they should sign up?
Oh gosh, you keep talking so wonderfully about me. Let me talk about you. You know, the team that we have, the advisors that get paired with our students. I mean, they are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. They are the real backbone of this program that help our team members. We couldn't do it without them, with the support. And if you're looking as an employer, if you're looking for, hard workers and someone that wants to grow, don't hesitate to hire someone who hasn't earned their GED. Because I will say this, because you probably have someone in your restaurant now who hasn't earned their high school credential that is possibly in a management position, because we have seen that happen. Everyone deserves an opportunity. Everyone deserves to be heard, regardless of what their education is at that moment. And we are here to help them get to where they want to be.
Yes. Yes. Bravo. I love it. And Debbie, you know this, you've heard me say this. We have 40 million adults in the US without a high school diploma. The systems are working against the learners, and we have to find a way to reach the 40 million. We have to find a way to tap every individual to let them know that they deserve the opportunity to earn their GED and that we're here to support them. And you heard Debbie talk about advisors, talk about study materials, tutoring. We have everything that every learner needs. It's just they need that one person, that one employer to invest in their health and well-being. Debbie, I love these conversations. I always like to give every single guest the last word. And I'd love to give you the last word as to what do you want everyone out there to know or hear, something that we haven't addressed so far? And what if I gave you one wish as to what everyone could know about the GED learner, what would that wish be?
For every GED learner, they deserve it. They deserve the respect for what they're trying to achieve. They deserve to be heard, and they're just as deserving as everyone else. So give them a chance. Give them a chance. Hire them. Hire them. Watch them grow. You'll be amazed. Yeah.
It's true. It's amazing what can happen when you invest and you give them the confidence, because there's been no learner that I've met anywhere that doesn't want to earn their GED. Everyone wants a chance to do it, and everyone's looking for the opportunity to move up in their career and to provide a sustainable wage to themselves and their family. So Debbie, thank you for being here today. And thanks to everyone who tuned in for this special episode. Whether you're earning your GED or you're a GED grad, an adult educator, a family member, and a supporter, an employer, We want to thank you for your investment into the future of not only the GED learner, but for generations to come. We know that the GED learners never quit. So look at them as someone you're looking to hire to fill a role or invest in their health and well-being. And as always, it only takes one person. Be the one person that changes a life today and for generations to come. Thank you all. Stay well. And thank you to our special guest, Debbie Rollins, who we love at the KFC Foundation. For anyone who's listening, if you're looking for a job or looking for an employer that believes in their employees and invests in their health and well-being, please go apply at your local KFC today. Thank you, Debbie. Good to see you.
Thanks, Vicki. Good to see you.